The Fantasy Footballer Studio is sponsored by Walmart. Welcome to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Welcome in. I don't know why, but it's going to be a great day.
I'm doing all right. Andy, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Neutral.
Yeah, I'll put about neutral.
Monday, September 29th. Jason hasn't spoken yet. Jason is in a mood, my friends.
I am not happy.
Like, we're a family-friendly show, but we might not be
This
today.
is a real issue. I was looking through the Monday Pundays, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be allowed to talk on today's episode. I'm like, Jeremy, you got that bleep button over there?
Jason, I'll do it in post. You just let him fly.
I mean, we're 11 years into the show, and when a weekend goes bad, it's just as unnerving and upsetting as it was in day one, Jason.
So I will say this. I come in today thinking, knowing, feeling that like I have a genuine
Do you want me to read your quote?
hatred for fantasy football. Like, I don't like it.
I decided I'm not going to speak on today's show due to hating fantasy football. Thank you for your consideration. No more questions at this time. 8:10 this morning. Public statement from Jason's team.
I will admit this, though. The feelings I have inside myself, which are incalculable, prove that I love this game. Like I have such a strong passion and care so much that I want to carve it out of my life like a cancer. I just want to be like, get rid of this stupid game.
But you can't.
I want to rip my head off.
Jason was in a bad place, and then right before the show started, he chugged about 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Yes, I did.
And threw the can across the room.
Into the garbage can, swish.
Yeah, well, he is. We've made an agreement with Jason. Monday Punday includes the good and the bad.
Yeah,
Mike and I will handle the good today. Jason's going to handle.
I don't have that kind of life inside me.
He's going to handle all of the bad puns for today. Mike, let's kick this thing off.
Right.
Why don't you start it?
It's my guy, Romeo Dubs.
Romeo does. Oh, marry me, Hampton.
Kenneth gained well.
I like this one. Ashton Plenty.
Nice. We got Amon-Ra Saint touchdown.
And Super Nakua.
How about this one, Jason? Dak, great Scott.
Travis.
He's on your rosters.
Scott.
You have him. He's there for
He's
you,
not
man.
talking during this section. Travis Etienne Zone.
Okay. Emeka Boom Shakalaka. We've probably done that one.
Yeah, and Winshawn Judkins.
All right, here we go, baby. How about Sad McConkey?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
Sham Laporta. Zach Ertz. Broke Bowers, you turd. Pat Fryer Goose. TJ Hawkins sit.
Yeah, careful
I
with
would
that
have
one.
said a different
Careful.
one. Bayshaw pooping. You turd. AJ Brown frown. AJ Clown. AJ Brown, I hate you. And DJ Poor.
Yeah.
We're done.
Whee!
This game's so stupid.
Oh, it's your career.
Why do I do this?
It's a real conundrum.
Oh, man. So
That was a little cathartic. It was a little cathartic.
Whenever
the A.J. Brown one in particular seemed to really touch a nerve or
So,
two.
I mean, look, he was my trade away candidate, right?
Yeah.
I told people last
Yeah.
week, trade him. He had a great game.
You
He
should
looked
have
like
tried
that dude.
harder.
I tried so hard. The problem is everybody in our league listens to the show where I said I don't believe in him, and I got him on my roster.
That does make it hard. I tried so hard to get Ashton Genty. So hard this week.
But you were
And nobody-
saying,
nobody-
trade for candidate. I tried to trade for Josh Jacobs, who was my trade for candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't try hard enough. You could have come at me last week and said, I'll give you A.J. Brown for DK Metcalf. And I would have been like, oh, thank God. Please take it.
I should have done that. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, hey ask me if you want me.
You should have gone after Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, I would have made that trade too. But ask me if I'll trade Metcalf for A.J. Brown.
I'll make the offer.
No.
Well, prove it.
Just send it.
Send me that offer, and I will decline it.
No, I'm the one who
No. Just send it, and then I'll decline it to know that you won't do that trade.
Thank you for your Monday Pundays over on Instagram at Fantasy Footballers, X at the FF Ballers. Oh, we
wild weekend because like a lot of big boy performances this week.
Yeah, I had the unfortunate pleasure of facing Mike in our League of Record. My team actually had a good week.
And my team was just okay.
Yeah, I know. You just okay with that roster is, well, it was more than enough to beat me.
Shout out to the Detroit Lions.
Unless Cortland Sutton and Bo Nix run into each other on the first play of the game, knocking each other out of the game, you're going to beat me. So let's talk some news. We had big news as well.
News and notes from around the league, presented by Progressive Insurance.
We started Sunday in Dublin.
Oh, my gosh.
And we ended without a dub at all in a tie last night.
Oh,
and,
nice.
How long have you been planning to say that line?
I was actually...
You didn't come up with that.
I was just working it through in my head. I'm like, that maybe I'll get made fun of.
Yeah.
No, that was eloquent.
I am making fun of you, though.
Jaylen Warren was the surprise unavailable.
Which is fine if you're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, that's wildly unacceptable. Like for
you
West
to have
Coast
to get
people,
up in the morning.
You wake up at 7 a.m. and you're like, wait, the guy that was trending to be fine. Like I know there was some question.
Yeah, you had to at least check.
You had to at least
which
check.
I did. I have Jaylen Warren in multiple spots. I had my alarm set for 6. It went off. I cursed the sky. I shook my fist. I was like, oh. Why am I doing? I'm just going to go back to sleep. I better check Twitter.
So
Jaylen Warren out, and I was like, "Oh no!"
When you were what?
Oh.
You were smart. You were responsible. There was a call up of another running back on Saturday,
but they had done.
But they did that last week.
They done it the previous week,
but we flagged it, and it was like, "Hey, pay attention here." I was facing Mike. Mike had Jaylen Warren, and I'll be honest. When I woke up, I hope Mike had not woken up. That was all I hoped. I was like, and then I went and looked at your lineup, and was like, "Drats!"
I saw leagues where Jaylen Warren was started, and that's one of those where, like,
how many did he score?
He scored nothing. He scored barely less than Caleb Johnson. And the thing is like, you can't blame the manager for that. I mean, if you're on the West Coast, like, you thought he was going to be active. He was a great play. And
clearly.
Yeah, I mean, look at what Kenneth Gainwell did. And then these international games it's like unfair to the West Coast.
It wasn't as bad as the Melvin Gordon situation. If people recall this one, this was a few years ago because there was nothing. And
then he was a surprise.
All of a sudden it was, Melvin Gordon's a surprise inactive. So
we got really bad news on Sunday morning.
Oh yeah,
MetLife took another life.
Yeah, it did.
Goodness.
Malik Neighbors tore his ACL in yesterday's win over the Chargers.
Ooh.
It really put a damper on what was an amazing debut by Jackson Dart and good performance by Cam Scatteraboo, and the third member of the Trinity went down, and now we'll be out for the rest of the season.
Man, that stinks.
Yeah, I mean there are a number of players where the league's just better when they're available.
Yep. We need our superstars.
Joe Burrow and Malik Neighbors now. It's a bummer. And
you did even without Neighbors though. Your almost upset was
it was the Giants. Upset. It was yeah. Which some people really blamed me for that, like Chargers fans.
Well,
they felt like I had a real hand in
I
that.
understand it because they assume that you are creating it, and they don't realize that you've
think I'm a witch.
It.
No, I just saw it.
You just foresaw it.
I didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't foresee a golden touchdown.
A lot of people on the internet have no idea how the world functions.
No. They do believe in witchcraft. Lamar Jackson left with a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
They have a week 7 bye. Next week is week 5. We'll see how much of an injury versus a not injury this is. I'm not positive that it's major.
I've heard there's hope that it's minor.
I think there's a chance that this was also a game that, you kind of.
You were getting smoked.
They were down 2 scores when it happened, though. If I remember,
no, it was more than that.
Yeah,
I swear it was like down 14.
Man, I'd be surprised.
Kyle, go ahead and vet that. But I think the game was pretty much, we knew it was in hand.
It was still early enough where there's no way they just chose to It wasn't like, hey,
maybe that's what it was. Just enough time of.
Yeah, it was like the whole second half was left.
Bench the MVP.
But they were getting boat raced already. You could tell the game they were not going to come back. And so if you pull your hamstring, I think the combination.
It was 2 TDs plus, Kyle. Okay.
What does that mean? 2 TDs
yeah,
plus?
He didn't give us the real number. He was too quick to answer.
3 scores.
Instead of just giving us at least 4.
Okay, it was 2 TDs plus, right, as you say.
Be careful with Jason today.
Dude.
Be careful, Kyle.
I'll come for you, Kyle.
He'll cut you like he got cut.
I'll cut you.
Now, speaking of cut.
Oh, yeah. Chopped. Okay.
No.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about our chopped league.
I guess we never really asked how things went for you this week.
It went poorly. Our chopped league where stupid producers keep dropping like flies. I'm going to be chopped this week. Now, unless Chase Brown scores 25 fantasy points.
It's not impossible.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
Joe Burrow's active?
It's not impossible.
Okay. Well, if Chase Brown doesn't score,
people get struck by lightning.
20.
It doesn't seem like
not impossible.
Players with the last name Brown aren't really working out for you.
No, they're not. So assuming he does not do that, I will be chopped in our chopped league on Sleeper.
One fewer league to worry about.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's because I played
never gonna be champion now.
The best defense.
One less league to worry about. One less league to worry about.
It's because I played the best defense in the National Football League against a team without 2 offensive linemen and no CD Lamb.
Did they give up 40?
They did give up 40. They did give up 40 points. They gave up 40 points, and they didn't even get a win, which they didn't deserve to.
At least you played Dak.
Well, I didn't play Dak. I had Baker on the bench.
You play Dobbs?
Here's what happened. I was worried about Baker because he was against this great defense of the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are really, really, really good.
Yeah.
But Baker's really good. And so going against each other, I didn't know what to do.
I told you don't worry about Baker.
Well, I benched Baker, and I put in Daniel Jones. And
he
Daniel
threw
Jones,
a sick touchdown to Adonai Mitchell.
Like that 80-yard touchdown to Adonai Mitchell that wasn't a touchdown because he just dropped the ball and was like, I don't want to hold the ball.
Second time that a Colt did that.
It again.
To me. Both times to me.
They did it again. They did it again.
I don't know if I want to be on camera. We should have just Jason's cam no matter who's talking.
All of your hype in Baker, and my goodness, that dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Baker Mayfield. Well, he was going against the Eagles, so I'm like, I'm going to play the Packers over the Eagles. So I also have the Eagles defense on that bench because I was worried Baker could do something. So I'm just going to, I'm going to play the Packers defense over there. The Eagles scored 17 points, Packers -3, so that's a 20-point swing. That's cool. Also, Romeo Dobbs on that bench. So I deserve it. Chop my head off. I hate this game.
Well, we'll stick with just your team.
Okay, thank you.
Ricky Pearsall exited with a knee injury.
Yeah.
That's not great because he was already limited and didn't practice, and
they
play the Rams
Thursday?
on TNF. So
that's a bummer.
Ricky Pearsall might be missing this game.
I think he'll play because this looks like he's playing through a minor PCL, and that was the injury coming into the game. He talked that awesome catch where he tried to toe tap.
He hurt himself again.
No, I know.
Oh,
that took him out. He banged that knee again. So it's possible on a short week that he doesn't play, but it is one of those injuries you can kind of play through.
He only played 56% of snaps this week, 4 for 46.
Yeah, I mean, he played up until that moment.
He'd be a huge he's probably going to be a bench for me, brother.
Oh, I don't mind benching him at all. I just think he's going to be active on Thursday, but TBD.
All right, that was news and notes.
Nope.
No?
You got to bring up Cedric Tillman.
He left with a hamstring injury.
Yeah, he did. Turd. Okay, go on. Now you can close
I don't.
Why you got to attack the man while he's hurt?
Him in
You really liked his 2 for 22 and 3 for 26 the previous 2 weeks. This is on you, brother.
That's not. No.
This is on you.
No, it is
yes,
not.
It is. Why are you playing him?
What do you mean? You talking about the guy who got 8? Hold on. You talking about the guy who got 8 targets week 1. Got 7 targets week 2.
He caught 2 of them.
Then played the Packers defense, which before this week was awesome.
He was not a play. He wasn't. He wasn't a play.
Oh, my gosh. You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
He was so not a play. It hurts.
You are an idiot. And let me explain why. This player,
he had 48 yards combined in the last 2 weeks, so I guess you're right. I mean, the dude was not relevant.
This is a player who
But no, we can blame the hamstring.
Oh my gosh. How many targets went to Jerry Jeudy? I genuinely don't know.
It doesn't. The targets don't matter.
The targets. Oh yeah, we always say that. We say that all the time on this show, guys. We say targets don't matter. Andy is famous for saying, "Don't pay attention to targets. Targets are irrelevant." He always looks up at the end of every week. He looks
catch
up.
Rate's 50%.
He looks up the target volume, and he goes, "Not going to look at that. This means nothing."
You know, your ranking said to play Dobbs.
Hit the outro. just play me out, man. I'm about to fight.
So Cedric Tillman, who some of us played, I guess, went out with a hamstring injury.
Did say that Dobbs is a sneaky good play this week. Yeah.
He doesn't subscribe. That was News and Notes, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Do you have a life insurance policy, Jason?
I hope so.
All right. We get to talk about the good. You can say as much or as little as you want.
There's nothing to say.
This week's Fantasy Stud Muffins, presented by Lowe's.
Romeo Dobbs.
No, look, we
thought we were starting.
How much of it was the Guardian cap? Why you didn't play him?
Well, I didn't think you got points for having twice the head size as others.
No, that's Savion.
Oh, his is bigger than Dobbs.
No. They have the same size Guardian cap, but I think Savion has a bigger helmet.
So it's like
bigger
a
head. He's got a bigger head. It's a Mike-sized helmet.
If you were in a Guardian cap,
oh man,
you wouldn't be able to stand.
No, I would tip over. Too top heavy.
Cedric Tillman was the consensus number 51 wide receiver in our rankings.
Jason likes Cedric Tillman. He wanted to play him.
Yeah. All right. Are you going to play him next week?
I promise you, if he played 100% of snaps, the second half while they were throwing to Jerry Jeudy, drop, over and over and over and over, Cedric Tillman would have been fine.
Why would they have just targeted him?
They would have not
Jerry
just
Jeudy
targeted.
was 3 for 33 on 9 targets. The catch
9
rate,
targets.
The catch, yes, I know, but
that's what I said.
The catch rate for both of those guys all year long, these are not good.
It's been
these
low.
Are not good targets.
Anyways, Dak Prescott, very, very good at football. Who knows what happened?
Top 5 this week: Dak, Stafford, Mahomes.
The last
start of the week,
night,
Jordan Love, Josh Allen.
Green Bay. I don't know what's going on. Of how the NFL is wild. Of the first 2 weeks, you looked at the Green Bay Packers and you said, that team is on their way to the Super Bowl. They might be the best team in the league. They might have the best defense in the league. And then they go and lose to the Cleveland Browns because they can't do anything on offense. And then they go against Dallas, whose defense is horrifically bad, and Dallas lights them up.
This was a wild week, and this is what makes the NFL so fun. All my pain aside, Andy, you brought this up middle of the day. Like if you can bring up some of the examples, was,
Carolina won 40-0 against Atlanta last week, and they got boat raced this week.
Yeah, they just completely trounced.
The Saints, nobody gave them a shot. They played harder than the Bills played. They almost beat the Bills.
They were in that game. They were about to go up on the Bills late in the game on a Philly special. That changed the game, turned it around a lot when Olave threw an interception.
And you know,
thanks for my -2.
The Olave didn't help. That was on you, huh?
Yeah.
No, I mean, first of all, 2 weeks of the NFL season is not enough. We all want it to be enough. We all
How about 3? Because we were going into week 4.
Okay, 3 weeks of the NFL season. But I guess I was saying 2 because last week the Packers had that surprise loss.
Right.
So the first 2 weeks of the year, you're like, this is the best team that's ever played football. But it's just not enough. We spent the entire offseason talking about these teams, and we're like, okay, let's make our conclusions. But that's the kind of thing that happened with Ashton Jinty and Amari and Hampton, right? The conclusions were made. But it's a couple of weeks. It's 2 or 3 weeks. Like the NFL changes, and it's so interdependent. You can't, the 72-win Bulls or whatever, the 70-win Bulls. I don't remember how many they won. Now I feel dumb. I think it was 72.
About.
No one knows what I'm talking about? you can't in basketball. There's 5 players on the court. It's just very, very hard to surprise somebody. But in the NFL, it's 11 on 11.
Yep.
Right. It's just like sometimes you can play harder, a turnover. It was Dallas played really, really good football on the offensive side.
They did.
And it was predicated on an incredibly effective running game.
Yeah, Javonte was great.
They kept chunking away yards on the ground, giving their passing game opportunities, and Dak looked amazing. He was
so good. He's been good this whole season. Like, he really has been. The touchdowns have come on the ground, but like play just where he's putting the ball, his decision making.
He's completing 73% of his passes.
Yeah, he's been
without CeeDee Lamb now for a game and a half.
Yeah, he's been great.
So validation on your Dak excitement.
Yeah, I love having him. I'm happy I've got him on many, many leagues. I'm not happy I had him on many, many benches.
I'm so thrilled for you to play Dak everywhere next week.
Oh,
and find out what happens.
He will be in 100% of my lineups. Start of the week, Dak. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
This whole episode needs like a special disclaimer.
I want to put this in my neck.
No, man. Put it down. We're good. We're good. You're okay. Patrick Mahomes.
He was great.
Quarterback 6, quarterback 8, quarterback 20, QB 4.
Well, he got Xavier Worthy back, and we underestimated the impact that he could make. Or at least I did personally. I thought that
same.
Coming back.
I did not. The reports on Worthy were so all over the place, but it was essentially like in the same sense. They're like, hey, Worthy's going to play a normal amount of snaps, but we are pretty concerned about re-injury. It's like, wait, what? And I mean, he played 59%. It was, it turned into the blowout at the end, but 5 for 83, really helping.
And a couple carries for 38 yards.
So I just mean for Mahomes here, what are we doing? We're a couple weeks away from him getting his actual number 1 wide receiver back.
He's pretty good.
Like, they
still can't run.
Is Mahomes gonna be back? He was top 10 in 3 or 4 weeks, where last year he was in the top 10 4 times.
Yeah,
he's top 12. He's top 12.
Rest of season?
Yeah.
He's
start worthy.
Okay, so you're not ready to be like, yeah, we're so back.
I don't know. I think Baltimore might have some real problems.
Yeah,
I think Baltimore has given up.
I think their defense is the problem.
Points. Yeah, they've given up a ton of points, and also we brought this up last week, but they're the last couple of years, the week after you play the Detroit Lions.
Seriously,
I mean they play a brand of football that takes a toll on human bodies, and the Ravens looked a little shellacked.
Jordan Love, 31 for 43, 337 and 3, and 1 devilishly risky attempt into the back of the end zone to Matthew Golden that almost ran the clock out.
That was horrifically bad at the end of the game by the Packers.
It's amazing how often like bad clock management happens in the NFL, because I don't know if it's just a communication challenge of just like
when you're in it, and I totally get like it's the game show thing, right? Of you can watch a game show on television and you could think so clearly of how dumb are these people. Go participate in one.
Yeah.
Be the person who's in the hot seat, and all of a sudden your brain just turns into mush, and you're like, why can't I think of these answers? So I've said this for years, we need the kid who plays Madden up in the booth who is just like, they're not emotionally locked in. They're just watching the game, but they know exactly what the protocol should be.
Don't let it be a fan of your team.
Yeah. No.
Just a kid.
Just a teenager who's really, really good at game managing in Madden.
You can't get in enough reps playing football.
Exactly.
Playing video games, you get it.
You get it almost every game.
Well, we had problems with 3 different games. We had problems with the Cardinal game on Thursday. Cardinals not taking up enough time. We had problems with basically almost repeated itself in the Raider game, but they blocked the kick. Problems in this game for sure, but Jordan Love was very, very good, 337 and 3. Didn't throw an interception, ran for 28 yards. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about some more studs.
All right, are we done with quarterbacks? I just wanted
No, we're not done. We're not done.
Okay.
It's just a break.
Okay,
it's
good.
We're getting
Jason.
Well,
I didn't know if
just
we're
take
on the
a
running
break.
back.
I need a break.
Xanax. All right.
This episode is supported by Prize Picks. You make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. I've been doing that to great success with Justin Herbert. You want to pick more of a quarterback's passing yards and rushing yards and touchdowns. Now you can do them all in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. And Footclan, if you want to play along with us around the studio parts, we've been looking at usually a weekly projection of about 5.5, 6.5 rushing yards on Jordan Love. That one, don't change it. Don't change it out there. Download Prize Picks apps today and use code FOOTBALLERS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code FOOTBALLERS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
All right, Mike, you can talk quarterbacks some more. Drake May was very good this week and has been very good the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Probably the best sophomore quarterback. Better than Bo Nix, better than Michael Penix so far this year.
Wait, time out without looking. Look away from your computer. How many passing attempts did Drake May have?
I already saw.
Oh, all right.
I bet it was 17.
It was only 17.
Yeah, the Panthers got whooped. But I didn't want to move off of quarterbacks without the highlighting of Jackson Dart. 13 for 20, 111-1. That's not special. 10 for 54 and a rushing touchdown. And this dude, I mean,
Felt like it was every play.
we'll see if you can he do this every single week and take that type of punishment. But he was calling his own number, and he looked good running the ball.
He's going to break himself.
It did look a bit like that. But for the time being,
He needs to learn to slide a little bit more. But the scrambling, 10 rushing attempts.
Yeah.
He completed 13 passes. So like 13 completions, 10 rush attempts. That is a wild. It was like, I'm going to look to run the ball.
Well, he lost Malik Neighbors in the middle of the game. That didn't help.
no, it did not.
So we'll see. They go to New Orleans next week. We're looking at the running back position, top 5 of the week, Ashton Jeanty and Josh Jacobs, which
I hope you traded for
those
him.
were both the top 2 trade for candidates this week.
That window is closed.
Oh, it's completely
Correct.
closed.
Yeah, door has been locked,
Yeah.
barred.
Yeah,
They got lasers.
Hopefully they're now on your roster.
it was really a split reaction by me because I had been pushing really hard for Jeanty in our league of record. And then he scores the first one, and we're like, all right, trade for candidate. But then I'm like, yeah, but I wanted one more week.
Yeah, right. You wanted another
I
chance
wanted
to get him.
1 week to solidify, and he went back to his the Jahmyr Gibbs stance. I don't know if you knew this. Remember,
I saw that.
Remember Chip Kelly made him not stand
Yes.
the way he
Yeah.
used to stand in
Dummy.
college?
Don't. Why?
I'm not going to rule out that had an effect. The Chicago Bears definitely have an effect.
32, but he caught 2 passes.
Why
They involved him in the receiving
would you
game.
draft a guy at number 4 in the NFL draft and then be like, hey, the way you played in college, don't do that.
Yeah, it's
You
a
were
little-
at Boise State. Let's show you how you do it in the pros.
If you lean
and-
over,
and he went 6th. Jason.
it is. Oh, I apologize. I
We want to be correct.
sincerely apologize. I
But-
said 4.
It was great to see.
Is this a superpower? Because the only 2 players I can ever remember that just stand like that are Jahmyr Gibbs and Ashton Jeanty. It's so weird. If you haven't paid attention and you don't know this, go watch. You don't realize how weird it is until you look for it, and then you go, "Why is Jahmyr Gibbs just standing like he's just hanging out outside of
Yeah.
a
Then you know what
village
they
inn?"
call it, right?
No, what are
They
they?
call it the Michael Myers.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
because you just stand there
You
like
just
You have
stand
no
in the-
idea. I mean, we were all taught.
tall and dead.
We all
Yeah.
learned in kindergarten. Like when you go to PE, they're like, okay, this is the athletic
Oh, yeah,
ready position.
3-point stance.
Knees are slightly bent, hands on knees, ready for athletics.
No, pencil.
Yeah, you want to be.
Limp
You want to be.
pencil.
Do
Oh,
not
very
be
rigid.
prepared at all. The nice thing is, though, if you do have that stance, like let's say you have the Michael Myers stance, no tells. No tells in your
Right.
game because you're just
Yeah.
like completely unprepared, but it works.
Josh Jacobs was awesome. Really was. 4 for 71 through the air, 2 touchdowns on the
Josh
ground.
Jacobs owes Tucker Kraft.
He was hurt, though.
Did he? I was
He
going to
did
say,
get hurt.
did he
Yeah.
get hurt at the end of that game? Because
Yeah.
he
He
wasn't.
kept going in and out.
Yep.
Something with his knee, but I mean, Tucker Kraft, monster plays to go down right at the 1.
Thank you, Tucker.
Yeah, Hunter Henry did one of those, too.
Yeah.
That sucked. Kenneth Gainwell, 3rd best running back on the week. Justice Hill with the garbagiest breakaway touchdown
We're
ever.
listing him in here.
Well, he's number 4 on the week.
Okay.
He gets listed because he was number 4. Bijan, 26.1.
So good.
And got caught on another breakaway touchdown somehow. For the record, he was running the fastest he had run all year on that play and still got caught.
In his career?
That's not great. But that's never been the Bijan experience.
Here's a real headline from the week, and it's not going to make Jason happier. It's going to make him much more unhappy than he already was. Woody Marks, 17 for 69 and a
17
touchdown.
carries?
Yeah.
But also 5 targets, 4 for 50 and a touchdown.
Yep.
Mike brought him up a couple weeks ago, and I might have traded Travis Hunter for Woody Marks this week.
Yeah, you did. You said might, but it was real. I
did.
You made the offer, and Woody Marks. I've got 3 good running backs, and then Woody Marks was just kind of a bench back, and I'm like, man, it's so weird to hold on to a day 3 pick on a bad offense versus the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft. So I took the deal, and I traded for Travis Hunter, who is pretty irrelevant
and barely played. Did you see there was some personal stuff going on there
on the defensive side?
Well, no, he didn't play as many offensive snaps.
Well,
either.
he was on 56% of the snaps, which is pretty much in line with what he's done the last.
Which is not enough.
I see. He only played wide receiver in the second half, not defense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's weird. The Travis Hunter stuff is weird.
Oh no, it's not. It's not at all. Shane Waldron.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just wait till next year.
I just mean that.
No, it's very weird. Of course, I was just kidding.
You mortgage the future.
Yep.
You move up. You draft him over the other guys. Which look in the NFL draft, that's what everyone was clamoring for. Everyone was calling for it. He's a unicorn.
Yeah, two for one deal.
It feels like they don't know what to do.
Well, they had a big win, and their defense was the key to that win. So
their defense is good.
They managed it right. Amari and Hampton.
Without moving on, though, Woody Marks, the rookie running back for the Texans, is someone that really needs to be on your radar. He's probably rostered now. We've been saying to pick him up for the next couple weeks,
not.
but he's available in enough leagues where you have to. I mean, this is a guy who he played more snaps than Nick Chubb. He has so much more to give the team than Chubb. Chubb's not going to go away.
Sleeper has him listed
I bet
currently.
It's let me guess.
Okay.
I bet it's 50%.
You want to guess, Jay? You're the
I'm
guess
gonna say,
maybe less.
I'm going to say 58%.
37.
Yeah. No, he wouldn't have been picked up. He wasn't a high-profile running back.
That's why he was a backup waiver pick.
Yeah, Mike's been flagging it for a while, and Chubb's just not.
Chubb just doesn't. He doesn't
have enough.
When you are an aged veteran who has you've lost the sauce, you've lost the juice, and if a backup has it, those are guys that you want to put on your bench. It doesn't always work out, but that's the type of situation you want to go after.
CMC,
and Woody Marks is on the rise.
Hampton, CMC, Irving, James Cook, Judkins, ETN once again, huge weeks. Javonte Williams looks really good.
Yeah.
Against a really good defense.
All those backs looked good. Bucky's been amazing. James Cook, the running back, won. Quinshawn is the dude. And Travis Etienne, genuinely
looks like his old self.
I think he's back. It's been a month now, and not only has he looked good on breakaway runs with speed that he just was not showing last year.
Bijan would not have made that run.
Right. But the utilization of Travis Etienne has, it was like, we had some concerns. I had some concerns that Tootin was going to get more and more involved, and then, he had 21 opportunities.
We have held Liam Cohen, to the fire over Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter and these other players, but he has definitely transformed Travis Etienne to the positive side.
Sure.
Wide receiver studs of the week. Puka Nacua continues the onslaught on everybody. He's probably, if we redrafted today, he'd probably be the number 1 pick.
Number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Puka, Pickens, Dobbs with the 3 touchdowns. I don't know what the Dobbs yardage was.
It was not very much.
58. Amon-Ra St. touchdown continued, and then Metcalf with the huge touchdown on the Dublin game.
Looking at the Metcalf line, it's disappointing to me. Of like it seemed like they in the beginning of the game they looked at what they had done with him and said we got to make sure that we're getting him the ball. It was 2 pretty quick receptions, and I believe the third one was the 80-yard screen or not slants to the house, and then he had 2 more catches in the rest of the game. Like,
yeah, they were really playing from ahead. The defense was driving things, and then Kenny Gainwell was gaining so many first downs. It just didn't feel like it was very necessary.
His not need
utilization is frustrating.
I don't think it should be frustrating. They were out to a big lead. I know they only won by 3, but they were controlling the game and running the ball well and in the driver's seat. So gameplay-wise, they just didn't need him. And he looked great.
See, his targets on the year, 7, 6, 4, 5.
No, they haven't been up there, and their defense is finding itself.
Yeah, but would you be happy with 23% target share? Yeah. And that's what he had. They didn't throw the ball that much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you'd want 30.
Are you happy with 39% target share?
Yeah.
Because that's what Drake London had.
Yeah, baby.
8 for 1, 10 and 1. There was the London for Genty trades we talked about last week. Neither party was unhappy after 1 week. Quentin Johnston's now the wide receiver 4 on the season, 13 targets, 8 for 98. Quentin Johnston, we talked about him.
He's that low.
We talked about him so often on Sunday because it is very, very clear that this is their best wide receiver on this team. 13 targets after a 10-target week. I mean, Quentin Johnston is now on pace for 157 targets. He's scoring almost every week. He has made Ladd McConkey's irrelevant right now.
He is their most physically gifted wide receiver by a mile. Like Ladd McConkey.
He's their Nico Collins.
Ladd McConkey is a great route runner, great hands, nice twitchy athlete. Keenan Allen, once upon a time, was, a supreme athlete. Now he's just a wily old vet. But Quentin Johnston has height, weight, speed, strength that these other guys don't have, and you're seeing it play out on the field for a team that wants to throw the ball and can with a great quarterback. Quentin Johnston is not going away. I got a lot of questions this week about trading for or trading away Huge.
I would not.
And
trade him.
I'm very happy. All my advice on all of them this week was on the Huge side, and it's continued.
You don't want to compare him fully to the name. But this is what happened to Davante Adams. Adams
took a couple years.
Adams, for 2 years, was a catastrophic bust in the NFL. A laughable catch rate, 440 yards, 483 yards. And I believe that year 2 was the year that Jordy went down to the ACL. So it was, oh, man, Davante Adams is going to be the guy. And then he was terrible. And now Davante Adams is great.
Year 1, Davante
some guys
Adams.
Just figure it out.
Rookie year, Davante Adams, wide receiver 75, right? Irrelevant. Okay, he's a rookie. Year 2, when they needed him, wide receiver 73. And it was like, he's not good. He's not good. And then from then on out, he's been basically a Hall of Fame wide receiver for a decade.
Yeah, I mean, that might not be the path for Johnston.
But
he's playing very good. He's 82% snaps.
It does happen where Quentin Johnston was the laughingstock, and through 4 weeks, I'm in.
It doesn't happen often, though. Third-year breakout.
Yeah.
It's as
not
rare.
Like this.
I mean, it's the fact you have to reference a guy that did it 15, 20 years ago.
It's usually the second-year breakout, third-year superstar breakout.
But the snap counts are way up.
If it's going to happen, I want it to happen to a former first-round pick, the number 21 pick in the draft.
Emeka Egbuka, again, 4 for 101 and 1. Can't stop scoring. Literally can't stop.
Yeah.
Debo got it done. 6 for 72. Had the touchdown. Justin Jefferson, nice to see 10 catches for Jefferson. Didn't get into the end zone this week, but that was nice to see.
Are you going to be sad when Wentz goes away? Like, will you?
I don't think so.
Think?
I honestly, this game was a pretty much, it was one of the examples of why Wentz is a backup to me. Effective at times, completely lost in the pocket, didn't throw the ball away.
But I'm saying for Justin Jefferson.
Is
Justin Jefferson better with Carson Wentz than with J.J. McCarthy?
Maybe a little bit. But we've just barely seen J.J.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Goddard, Warren, Pitts, Ferguson, Tonjes. Those are your top 5
McBasket.
tight ends, apparently.
This was the did you score a touchdown this week?
Yeah, when the tight end one on the week has 37 yards.
No.
The tight end one.
Sad.
37 yards. That's not a great week for tight ends. Tyler Warren, love you. Dog. He is so good. I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you.
Jason's upset that Warren, which, by the way, if you have Warren, you should be happy about this.
Yes.
2 goal line opportunities again, which we did talk about before the season.
I had 2 important players to me, Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones. So, like,
Warren getting a rushing touchdown is not on your list.
Rushing touchdown, not on my list. Like, Tyler Warren, go catch the touchdown. Great. Oh, you want to hand it off? Great. Just don't hand it off to the tight end. It's the only thing that could hurt me.
And he scored, so it worked. Tyler Warren, very, very good. Pitts, those 2 guys with 70 yards receiving. Hunter Henry had a touchdown, but then got stopped at the 1 centimeter line. And Dalton Kincaid had 1 catch, but it was a touchdown, so he keeps doing it. Keeps hanging on. We will take our second break and come back with the duds.
This episode is brought to you by NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. This season, make sure to subscribe to NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, where you will get every game, every Sunday, all in one place. NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV gives you everything you need to win Sunday. Watch up to 4 games at once with multi-view, or follow your fantasy team and watch the game on one screen. You can even catch up to live with key plays. Now, get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel at any time. Go to youtube.com/fantasyfootballers to sign up today. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games. Base plan required. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season only. Your membership for the following month can be canceled anytime before your renewal date. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Commercial use excluded. No refunds.
Foot Clan, the season, look, it's underway, Al. The season is underway. You got those rankings, those sleepers. You got the can't-miss picks. We've got it all laid out on the line. I don't know if you're ready for that, but the best fantasy team out there, we still need a backup because sometimes the starters, they don't show up. We know this. Wouldn't it be great if you could have the same peace of mind everywhere else? With Progressive, you get more than just a policy. You get a playbook full of coverage options that you can count on for your home and for your auto. Want to customize that protection? Not a problem. You can build your coverage just like you build your fantasy team, making sure that you have the right players in every position and back up when you need it the most. And when life throws an audible like a fumble in the driveway or a hailstorm at home, well, Progressive is there with 24/7 support. Don't get caught without a great backup. Visit Progressive.com to quote today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. All right. This segment, Jason will feel more at home.
Yeah.
Pooped in his big boy pants.
Geno Smith sucks at football.
Man,
I started him over Dak in like 3 leagues.
It has been...
Shouldn't have done that.
No, I shouldn't. But to be fair, the Bears' defense without their star cornerback has been really bad until all of a sudden Geno starts throwing it to your defense 3 times.
It was funny. All 3 of the interceptions I thought were actually really, really good plays by the defense.
They were.
Like diving route cutoff. I mean, they shouldn't have happened. Geno can't do that 3 times in a row. That's stupid. And he only threw for 117 yards in this game. But, yeah, I mean, he's not been very good most of the games.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
he would tell you that because his press conference, he's like, I'm not the guy I'm supposed to be.
He has not been playing well, and he's been putting the ball in jeopardy is the real problem. Like his yardage has been fine. I mean, week 1 he had over 20 fantasy points. Week 3 he had over 20 fantasy points. The other 2 weeks have been bad, but the issue is, this is a guy who's we're 4 weeks in. He's thrown 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
You can't win that way.
It's a weird devolved?
Devolving?
Yeah, thank you.
You were looking at like the opposite of like an evolution?
Yeah. Because I've always thought
de-evolution.
that Geno was a good quarterback, and I was excited for him to be for the Raiders, and it's been
Darnold's been much better.
Yeah, it's been brutal.
All right, where are we with Justin Herbert? This was a disappointing performance.
I don't know, man.
He is now the last 3 weeks quarterback 18, 8, and 17. So we've been under 20 fantasy points 3 straight weeks, under 15 2 straight weeks. The pass attempts are still there. Hampton got it going this week, but this was a surprising upset to everyone, but yours truly, of course.
The interceptions this week is what really took the toll on him. The -4 there.
Joe Alt going down.
Well, the offensive line became a real problem. The fact that you lost their highest paid lineman in the league at left tackle
before you even had to move Alt over there. Yeah.
Then you're like, it's okay. We drafted Joe Alt. Let's move him over there, and then he gets injured. So right now, we don't know. Joe Alt was an ankle injury. We'll monitor that, see if he can tape it up and as an lineman maybe get back this week. But if not, I think you might want to press pause, maybe bench him.
Past 2 weeks, Herbert has been pressured on almost 50% of his dropbacks.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, disappointing fantasy week for Caleb Williams. They did pull out the win, but 2-12-1. Didn't look great to me at all. Back to the kind of Bears struggling to move the ball. Daniel Jones.
In protest. Daniel Jones played awesome football.
Oh, you didn't even – you were saying it. You're protesting.
I'm protesting him being – he did not poop in his big boy pants. For fantasy football, he pooped in your big boy pants. Like he pooped in your pants on your roster.
Let me see those.
Let me see those pants. I'm going to take a dump in those.
He pooped in your pants is what you're saying.
He pooped in your pants? For sure. But he didn't poop in his own pants.
He pooped in his own pants. He threw 2 picks.
He played good ball.
He threw 2 picks. He hadn't thrown in any interceptions.
Yes, he threw 2 interceptions. Everybody throws interceptions over the course of the year.
He pooped in your pants and his own. But he pooped a little bit in both.
Would you say that if Adonai Mitchell, if literally the pass he made where Adonai Mitchell scored a touchdown, but then just whoopsie-doozled the ball out of the back of the end zone, which again is the dumbest rule in all of football. I can't stand that rule. Just give the team.
He should have been punished for what happened.
Yeah, but punish him by putting the ball on the offense on the 1 or back on the 20.
Look, if he gets that touchdown, he's still probably not in the top 12 this week.
Not in the top 12, but not in the pooped in his big boy.
But maybe not. Yeah, he probably wouldn't be here. You're right. Jared Goff, 16 for 27 and 128 or 168. It's the Goff experience. You never know what you're gonna get. Running backs, Jason. David Montgomery, what did he do for you last week?
Oh, man, like 40 points. He was so good.
And he was 9 for 12 this week.
I had 4 players on my roster that went nuclear. I was the high score last week.
Yes, you were.
I had a goose egg from CeeDee Lamb, and the rest of my roster scored more than everyone else's roster. Pretty much that same roster this week.
Montgomery, we
had
AJ Brown.
Yeah, we had the morning games. I had 4 of my players going. They did not combine for 10 fantasy points.
Oh man,
I hate this game.
So Jason has been. So we've been doing this a while.
Yeah, it's a decade.
Jason at times has been vocal on Sundays when things are going sour. He had been really self-controlled. Thank you. And the ice broke this morning.
The ice broke last night, but yeah. You weren't there for that.
Oh no!
I tried to stay strong and be more mature and like turn a new leaf. And
has your family left you yet?
No.
Okay. Should they have?
I have left them.
This is your fault.
They're still there. So, yeah.
So they're happy you came to work today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry. David Montgomery didn't deliver.
The Montgomery felt like he felt like a sketchy play to me against the Bears. Not that bad, but.
Well, the other crazy one is like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, this is a conversation.
8 for 42. Now, he had a long of 14. I feel like it was the first carry of the game. That means that, what is that, like 30 or 28 yards the rest of the way from Derrick Henry. Had the outlier weird Justice Hill, double touchdown day. But Derrick Henry has had like 2 Studley games and 2 Dudley games.
And the snaps are down. The
fumbles are up.
The fumbles are up. The utilization to me is maddening to have 3rd and 1 opportunities for 3rd and 1 and 4th and shorts and Derrick Henry's not on the field. That's crazy talk to me. To not at least make the defense be nervous that you can hand the ball to Derrick Henry. But what do you do here long term? Is this
you just play him?
This is just a lull?
It's so weird.
I mean,
so
look at last week.
He played 39% of the snaps.
11. So week 1 was awesome when you drafted King Henry. We were all dancing through the streets, but then 11 opportunities, 13, 11. Like that's even for Derrick Henry, that's not going to get it done.
Well, look, what is Derrick Henry good at?
Running the ball in a lead.
Running the ball when you win. What's the record? They're 1-3.
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
That's
But
where you're at now. Houston coming up.
39% snaps, though, that is concerning. Like, he never, not one time last year was he that low. Even at the beginning of the year when people were really upset and they were like, we're not going to give Derrick Henry the ball 350 times, and he was playing like 46% of the snaps, he never was below 40% of the snaps.
I wonder if he played in the fourth quarter. I mean, this is – what's the prescription? Is the prescription trade away?
No, I would be trading for Derrick Henry.
Well, I mean that's the big question. Then I don't know if
I would absolutely.
You're going to play 3 straight home games. I like that. I like him at home. You might need to lean on him more if Lamar is limited running. So
yeah, you're right. He is. I mean, his splits historically in wins and losses is as big a gap as anybody because of his play style, and they're 1-3. And if you're like, well. So is that the Ravens? Are the Ravens going to go and win 25% of their games? No.
Boy, I do look at the schedule for the Ravens, and I wonder how easy it's going to be. They got to play the Rams.
That's tough.
Well, next week it's Houston, but then they play the Rams.
Okay, so let's say they're 1-1 there.
Okay, so then they
lose to the Rams.
4.
Yep.
You play Chicago at home, you probably win that game.
That's a win.
Yeah.
3-4. You play the Dolphins on the road, you probably win that game.
That's
4-4. But then you're in Minnesota, in Cleveland, back to back. You win both of those?
I mean, split.
I think you should win them both.
But let's say you
2
split.
road games.
Wow,
you
3
split.
road games.
Jets,
5
then
and
you
5.
got the Bengals.
They'll be all right.
Bengals twice.
They'll probably be all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, first place schedule. Trey Benson, disappointing. If you look at the numbers,
I'd go get him if I could.
Yeah, I do think there's going to be some frustration. The nice thing about Connor is that he was the most trustworthy on all 3 downs. DeMarcado played almost the same amount of snaps as Trey Benson. So
that was because we were in a lot of 2-minute drill, and Trey Benson is not the 2-minute drill,
it's super frustrating when that happens.
It is so frustrating and is a problem. And to be honest, I don't think that changes. I don't think
either.
that Trey Benson will earn that role.
No,
2 or 3 weeks from now.
Nope.
If I was the head coach, he would earn that role last week.
I'm still fine trading for him to be a starter because
he looked good.
Yeah, he's
he had
fine.
Juice.
What in the world do you do here? Washington had a 2.5-headed monster here. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt 7 for 47, Chris Rodriguez 7 for 57, 59, and Jeremy McNichols just 2 for 3. So both of the other backs looked really good. 2 targets for Bill. But the snaps, 20-19, that was the way it went. That's not good. If you had JCM, would you trade him? Would you try to trade him?
I tried to.
Yeah,
I mean, that was my trade away last week, and I don't see anything to change my opinion on that.
Okay, Nick Chubb is time's running out for Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
44% of snaps. But
yeah, I'm not dropping Nick Chubb, but I'm going to try and bench him.
Panic alarm for Ladd McConkey. 1 for 11 on 6 targets for Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, I would need to go back and watch the targets, but
he had some huge drops in this game.
Because Herbert is getting rushed. Herbert completed, I mean, obviously Ladd McConkey helped him on that one, but he completed 56% of his passes this week against the Giants. I mean, panic alarm, not full panic yet, but we are approaching it.
I think we said last week we'd rather have Huge than Ladd rest of the season before this week.
Correct.
Ladd right now is slotted in as one of the biggest first 2-round disappointments that you could have drafted.
Yep.
A.J. Brown 2 for 7. And
he is also one of the bigger disappointments you could have drafted.
Yeah, and he's vague booking.
Oh, man, he's so back. We are so back. We got a quote here from A.J. Brown. After losing the game, he put this quote up. He says, quote, "If you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way."
4-0 Philly.
Yeah, it's tough to have wins. Now, I know you just probably read his stat line. Mike, look away.
What am I looking away from?
Do you know how many yards A.J. Brown had?
I remember you talking about him a lot. I'm going to go – we're under 20.
Correct.
Okay. Are we under 15?
Correct.
Under 10?
Correct.
No.
Yeah. We're about specifics. We're about detail here.
7 yards.
7. Bingo. Now, 7 yards. How many targets?
7.
More.
Oh,
no.
Really?
Oh, yeah, brother.
No.
9 targets. How do you turn 9 targets into 7 yards?
Because, Jason, targets don't matter. We've learned that on
that's
this.
right. Thank you, Andy. Andy is famous for that. Targets don't matter. And proven right again, man. Proven right again.
In Cleveland.
Or Philly.
Apparently. I mean, Devontae
9
Smith.
targets, you end up with 7 yards?
Well, he had he was strapped. They had him locked down. Three straight targets on that last drive, and he was clamped.
So what do we do with Brian Thomas Jr.? This
was not that bad of a game again.
When you say not that bad, you're correct, but if that is the case, it's not been bad the whole season.
I think it's less bad in reality than it is in our minds.
8.5 fantasy points, 6.9 fantasy points, 6.5 fantasy points, 8.1 fantasy points. Those are his 4 weeks.
I will try to trade for him this week.
I would too.
Yeah, I'm going to try again.
At least he caught the passes this week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I mean, Travis Hunter's a non-factor. The fact Britton Strange is leading the team in, I think, receptions or targets, not good. Tedero McMillan, what are we doing now? We're 4 weeks in. Ted McMillan, 4 for 62. I saw some targets that like the targets are always there, but obviously they don't matter. But I mean, Ted McMillan is sitting at a catch rate of 50%. 3 for 8 last week, 4 for 8 this week. I'd like to say he's a trade
3
for
of 8. You mean 3 for 4?
3 of 8. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to say he's a trade for a target. He hasn't gotten into the end zone, but the kind of polarity, the fact that the Panthers have looked like maybe the worst team in football in 3 of their 4 games, and then they dominated Atlanta at home. Like now they've been on the road 3 times. They lost all 3 of those games looking horrible. They're at home for a couple more weeks. Is this the moment before they come home?
This is the moment. I would trade for Tet.
I'm still in on Tedero McMillan. He through 4 weeks.
Would you trade A.J. Brown for him, Jason?
Yeah, I think I would. I'm going to go make that offer right the heck now.
Obviously, there's some more wide receivers that need to play tonight because we have the 2 full games.
True.
But as of right now, it feels very disappointing. Rookie wide receiver Tedero McMillan on that bad team is the wide receiver. Is he 25? Is what I'm seeing.
That's not what you
with 0 touchdowns as well. So
it's a quarterback problem though. It's whether you believe that Bryce Young is going to effectively get him the football on a regular basis. He's effectively trying to. Like the targets are there. He's on a pace for 170 targets.
Miami,
so that's a bye normally.
Miami and Dallas are the next 2 games, and they are at home.
This would be your moment, I think.
I would be buying in right now, and if we get to the end of week 6 and he has not made – we don't have some sort of statement game either against Miami or Dallas, like Matthew Golden. I'm not going to call it a dud game, but super disappointing. Disappointing.
So we should talk about – so he was at like 8.5 fantasy points. He had the target in the end zone at the end of the game. I mean, I agree it's a disappointing game.
How many – he had what was it, like a 20-yard catch in overtime. So it took overtime for him to get there.
Let me it was not overtime. It was the field goal before. It was right before to get to overtime.
Was that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, it was the 4th down conversion to try to get the field goal to go to overtime. But I would say so there's 2 players that Golden and Jamison Williams I want to talk about. Golden I am worried about.
Yeah.
Because of the snaps and the opportunities. Go watch the Green Bay game. I don't have the numbers in front of me. If you want to know when they're going to run the football, just look to see whether Matthew Golden's on the field. Matthew Golden was off the field every single time it was a designed run play. And they have a lot of different weapons there. I expected them to have a chance at a deep shot. They didn't really take one. They had the early one where he caught it and Wicks and him were in the same spot.
Which it looked like the ball was going to Wicks, and Matthew Golden's like, I'm gonna take that. Give me that.
It's a tough call because we expected the breakout game in this one. I don't know what the final numbers were. I think he had like five catches.
5 for 58.
5 for 58. He had the end zone target at the end. You know, it's like if he catches that ball, does your perspective completely change on the season? I don't know. I was a little disappointed in the snap counts. So
yeah,
that was my opinion there. And then
it feels like he is who we thought he was. You know, I know we were excited going to a good offense with a first-round draft capital, but this was a surprising, like, before the NFL draft, we knew he's a talented wide receiver and a special athlete. Both of those things are true, but he did not project or profile as an alpha wide receiver, as a team leader at the wide receiver position. We kind of hoped and gave him that based on his draft capital and then based on Jaden Reed's injury. But this is a guy who never had 1,000 yards in college.
Sure.
Like, why would he come to the NFL and dominate and take over the NFL when he didn't take over his team in Texas? So, I don't know. I think he is not he'll have a lot of big games, and I think he's going to be, in his career, a great best ball player. I don't know that he ever develops into what he has never developed into prior to the NFL, which is the alpha possession receiver, the guy who has a target market share that says, give me that.
Oh, there, Kyle
managed to pull this data very fast. He was on the field for 5 of the 22 Jacobs carries. That's what I noticed. I knew exactly what the team was doing. I hate it when teams do this. They do this all the time. To me, it's like the biggest tell ever. Just look for 0. If he's not out there, go tackle the running back. That's how it worked. Jameson Williams, he was 2 for 40. Every time we looked at the television, every time it looked like he was going to catch an 80-yard touchdown.
He smoked the defense over and over and over and over in this game.
His average depth of target was nearly 27 yards. Him and Goff could not connect.
He's a bust so far, right?
Yeah, probably.
What is he trade for, neutral, trade away?
He's pretty neutral to me because you got to know what he is, which is a big play, like huge week, but very like his variance. He could easily half the games going forward go out there and score less than 5 fantasy points.
It was awesome to see the 8 targets. He was targeted on 32% of his routes, that's a tremendous number. So
they took so many shots that should have worked.
Yes. And 2 of them, this is from memory. I don't have the data in front of me, but I think 2 of them were his fault, like drops.
Agreed.
I know one was, he turned to the right and then turned to the left. That was a drop of all drops. I know.
Not a drop of all. You didn't have to overstate it. I would have agreed with you if you said it was a difficult catch.
It was a drop entirely on him.
$80 million receivers make that catch.
It was a difficult catch that was a drop entirely on him. Jared Goff put that ball in a catchable place with plenty of time and air, and he did not catch it after it hit his hands. But the others were all missed. Like the others, there were so many plays where he's going down, he's torched the defense. Like,
and then he underthrew it.
And then he underthrew it or overthrew it.
It was weird.
It was wild. But if you watch the game, Jameson Williams had the best game of sub 5 fantasy points I've ever seen. Like, he was dominant and a complete failure.
He was disappointing.
Yep.
And let's have a conversation. Brock Bowers. Let's have a conversation.
I mean, Gino.
Brock Bowers is his average depth of target has gone from 11 to 9 to 6 to 2.
He's caused 2 of our chopped league teams to be chopped.
He was on one of the chopped teams. Now he's chopped
and
again.
I bid a lot to have.
And he's going to hit the waivers again.
Because he was
you guys should pay up for him.
He was the tight end 1, and then he was 16, 14, and currently 17 on the week.
He hurt his knee.
That will be pushed lower.
He hurt his knee in week 2.
He did.
And this is the conversation. Gino's not been good. They're not running him on downfield routes. Ashton Jeanty does change what the offense was doing last year, right? They didn't have any running game at all. Now Jeanty involved in the passing game. Now Jeanty involved, big running game. I mean, they were running Zamir White last year.
He was a healthy scratch this week, I believe.
I
like
think
Raheem Mostert.
No, I said last year.
Oh, yeah.
Zamir White was the running back last year. And so I'm just saying, having a running game, having a different quarterback, having a different offensive coordinator, having an injury, like Brock Bowers, he's such a big name. If you don't believe that it'll get right for him, he is a easy player to trade. That's all I'm saying.
I would say if you wanted to trade him away right now and you can get a haul, great.
Warren plus.
Jalen Warren?
No?
I don't think you'll get
Tyler Warren.
Oh, yeah. I would do that, and I think you could. No, I think you could.
I don't think you could.
Would you do it straight up?
I would do it. Yeah.
He wanted to make sure that soundbite wasn't off.
It's close, but if I could get Tyler Warren plus, I would do it. I believe that this issue we're seeing right now with Brock Bowers is the knee. And so the second half of the year, they've got a week 8 bye, so that's a month from now when he's, 2 months and a week of rest, recovered from that knee. I think he's going to go out there and dominate.
That's a scary amount of time away.
It is. That's why I would be willing to take Tyler Warren plus, but,
I think you would have to – I don't think that trade goes through. I do not.
It might not. But
Tyler Warren,
you can offer it.
His currently week 1 was 11.4 points. This is a half scoring format. 11.4, 10, 5 against Tennessee, gross, and then currently just under 16 points this week.
He's currently the tight end 3. He's been
just
awesome.
Say, like, if I have Warren and someone comes to me and says, "Hey, I'll give you Brock Bowers if you give me Warren plus," the trade conversation's done. I'm going to laugh in your face and be like, yeah, sure, okay. I'm going to take the guy who's dominating right now as opposed to Brock Bowers.
You might, but I don't know if everybody –
You can, yeah, go ahead.
I don't think if everybody knew Tyler Warren, he's a rookie coming into the league. I think in some other leagues it might be different. Juwan Johnson, 3 for 28.
Yeah,
Sam Laporta, 3 for 39. Both duds.
Juwan Johnson got injured in that game, right?
He had a play where he looked a little shook up. I don't think anything got officially
He came
reported.
back in and played?
Yeah,
okay.
He did.
Yeah, he actually played the same amount of snaps as last week, 90%. Sam Laporta, disappointment. TJ Hawkinson, disappointment. He's only been above 6 fantasy points one time this year. I mean,
I really thought Hawk would get it done in this game. The fact that there was a complete negative game scripted, or I guess positive for what he needs to do, and didn't get anything going, I would into the shadow realm. Hawkinson, I'm done.
Mark Andrews still had 8 targets with 7 for 30.
Impressive.
Isaiah Likely was not targeted.
Yeah, Isaiah Likely played around 45% of the snaps, I believe. He's just working his way back in. Andrews did what? I mean, old guys. Andrews, 8 targets, 7 for 30. Travis Kelce, 5 for 48. It's just like these are small, like
Zach Ertz, 2 for 21.
Safety valve type of guys now.
One of the biggest names I saw actually in the Monday Punday, but none that I settled on, was David Njoku, who was 2 for 11. So David Njoku at this point is
Harold Fannin ran more routes than him this week.
Yeah, Njoku is 11 yards. He's unplayable.
So I had him in 3 of my 8 main leagues, and going into this week, I replaced him everywhere I could. He's unplayable. And Harold Fannin Jr., the rookie, who looks awesome and is awesome, equally unplayable. These two guys are taking each other's work. They're splitting a good tight end, and they're making it into 2 bad tight ends for fantasy.
You remember
purposes.
when I said the targets don't matter in Cleveland? 6 targets for Harold Fannin, 2 catches for Harold Fannin. They're not good targets so far this year. Every single one of their receiving options has underproduced from that target to catch ratio.
Before that, he was an 83% catch rate.
Harold Fannin?
Yeah.
Well, he's catching the shallow stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, Detroit, terrible week.
That was Studs and Duds presented by Lowe's. Lowe's knows Sundays are for NFL football. Earn your Sunday with Lowe's, official partner of the NFL. Cedric Tillman will miss weeks.
Yeah. Does it make you feel better, Jason? It wasn't just a hamstring injury. It's a bad one.
It certainly made me, because I put him in my lineup. It made me feel much better knowing like he missed 3/4 of the game, and really the second half is where I was waiting for that kind of, hey, we're down, we got to throw it a lot. They did. They threw it every play to Jerry Jeudy, who couldn't catch the ball. And so, yeah, I mean, it's nice to know that the process was okay, but it stinks. And I've got Tillman in a handful of places, and so I've got him.
We have another update. If you want to pick the pickup of Woody Marks, we have a quote from D'Amico Ryans, the Texans coach. He specifically indicated that Joe Mixon is not ready to return at this time, and per sources, it will be much longer, if at all, for Mixon to get back on the field.
Who's your number one pickup for the week?
Who's my number? I mean,
Woody Marks.
Woody Marks is
he'll be the number one pickup. Who else would it be?
I just wanted to make sure, but it's probably Woody.
37% rostered.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question here.
No, I won't trade him for Travis Hunter.
I have a league. I have a league where I have lost CeeDee Lamb, Aaron Jones, George Kittle. This is a very deep league. We have 3 injured reserve spots.
Okay.
I drafted Joe Mixon.
I cut him in a couple leagues.
You cut him in a couple leagues?
I cut him when I had limited IR spots, I cut him in a couple of leagues where I wanted to move Aaron Jones in.
I've got 3 IR spots, and I'm like, I would cut Joe Mixon.
I would cut Joe Mixon. The upside's not there. I mean, even if he got back out on the field in 6 to 8 weeks, Woody Marks is there. Nick Chubb is there. Where's the team at that point? Is this team going to compete for the division? Is he going to be good after missing a year?
Yeah.
Or close to it.
Fresh legs.
Yeah, I worry about worry about the fresh foot. All right. Waiver wire tomorrow. 2 Monday Night Football games for you to enjoy this fine evening. Both of them.
Oh, Broncos.
Yeah.
Go Chase Brown. Get 25 fantasy points.
Say a prayer for Jason's family, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Waiver Show. Take care.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.